Castro's former in-laws say he beat his then-wife, Grimalda Figueroa, breaking her nose, breaking her arms, and even locking her in a box. 48-year-old Grimalda died last year. Her second husband, Fernando Colon, joins us from Cleveland. Good evening, Fernando.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
I'm very well. Fernando, tell me, when did you first meet Ariel?
I met Ariel around 1995, right after I met Grimalda.
Under what circumstances did you meet both of them?
I met Grimalda at the hospital where I work in as a security officer. She would come in with different types of injuries, and for her appointments, that's where we met.
Did she ever tell you where she got those injuries or how she got those injuries?
Yes, she stated to me that those injuries were afflicted by Mr. Ariel Castro. I saw her with a broken nose, dislocated shoulder, broken nose, I think fractured ribs, also to the extent of a missing tooth.
Did you see her, did she come in, is that just one incident, or did she come in more than once with injuries?
She came in with more than one time with different injuries, yes.
How did you, at some point, you and Grimaldi developed a relationship. How did that happen? Was she already separated from Ariel?
Yes, she was. When I met her, we spoke about her injuries because she was looking kind of devastated and kind of afraid of something. I approached her and we started talking. She explained to me the situation and what she was going through.
Did you at some point move in with her or marry her?
Yes, shortly after that occurred in the hospital where we met and we talked for, I think, probably 2-3 weeks, I asked her if she would accept my help to get away from Mr. Ariel Castro. She accepted, and she moved in with me and the kids.
Did she ever call the police on him?
She made police reports, yes, but to call them directly, no.
At some point, okay, so the two of you are living together, and are you living with her children with Ariel?
Yeah, she was living with me, and we had the 4 children, Ariel Castro Jr., Emily, Angie, and Arlene.
Now, later on, as time marched on, suddenly the community learns about the fact that there are these missing girls, one of whom is Gina De Jesus. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Were you ever questioned about that disappearance?
Yes, I was.
Explain what happened.
I was at work as a security officer for international investigations in West 110th and Lorraine Plaza. I was told by my employer that the FBI wanted to talk with me and that they needed the patrol car, I guess, to check it out for any type of evidence.
And did that happen? Did you talk to them?
Yes, I did. I went with them downtown to their field office, and I was interviewed with them, yes.
And were they asking you about the disappearance of Gina?
That's correct. They asked me if I knew Gina, if she was ever with me in the house, was she ever in my vehicle, if I ever spent any time with Gina.
Why were you interviewed? Who put your name in this?
My thought is that Mr. Ariel Castro had informed them that since I was living with the girls and they were friends, that they must have been around me and that possibly I had something to do with it at that point.
So Ariel Castro, the guy who gets caught now with Gina and the other two, he's the one that sent the FBI out to talk to you?
That's correct.
Fernando, did you ever tell the FBI they should investigate Ariel?
Yes, I did. I told them to look into Ariel Castro.
Did they do it?
No, they did not.
Did you ever suspect Ariel Castro of having any involvement in Gina's disappearance or the other two?
Let me put it this way. It did not surprise me that this did happen. I knew the type of person that Ariel was. He's a very smart man. I always said that he's like a psychologist, very possessive, very dangerous man, according to everything that his ex-wife had told me.
Did his ex-wife ever suspect him in the disappearance of the three?
As far as I know, no, she never mentioned anything.
And had you ever been inside the house?
No, as far as I've been, it's to the front of the house.
So when you heard the other night that he was arrested, your first thought was what?
My first thought, I thank God, because for a long time I was saying that Ariel Castro was a very dangerous man. He had the opportunity and the means to get those girls. They disappeared in plain daylight with no struggle whatsoever. And also, I felt very happy for my ex-wife. As you know, she passed, and I took it as a revenge to her for everything that he did to her.
Fernando, thank you very much.